as you can see, we have no power for anything. Horn doesn't work. Turn the key, nothing happens. And it's because of the negative battery cable on this car. And the negative battery cable is just not in good condition. But you'll see, you might hear it. If I touch the bottom and then to the top, it has power now because I just improved the connection. All I did was connect that one clamp. I don't even have anything hooked up to the other end or to the positive. Take it away, it goes away. So I'm going to replace both battery cables, not just the one. First thing I'm going to do is actually take the battery out so it's out of the way, because obviously it has power. So 10 millimeter on my little gun, and the bracket, the hold down bracket, is actually missing for this one, so this battery will come out right after the cables are off. I actually have to take this bar off also because I can't squeeze the battery out between here, but it's just one bolt there and one bolt there. They're right there. I already got them out. They're both a 13 millimeter head, and that's out of the way, and battery will come out now. And now we're going to follow these. Positive goes to the fuse box and also runs down here in that, which I assume goes to the starter. Negative goes right down there to that bolt, which is a 10 millimeter, and has the battery temperature sensor plugged in right there, and it also goes down into that wire loom. So I'm going to use a 10 on my gun to get that off, unclip the battery sensor, and open this fuse box up, which has a broken tab, so I got to figure that out. There we go. Open that up. That's 13. Take that one off. Then I'll follow the wires down there. All right, there's the battery temperature sensor. I'm not 100% sure what the other connector is. This little connector. But it's right there. It's got to be a trigger for something. Then we got it disconnected from up there, obviously. So all this is disconnected, and I followed it down here, and the ground goes right. I'm trying to get an angle on it. Right there, below the exhaust, right there. That's going to be a 13 millimeter nut also. That's the ground. The whole ground cable will be disconnected at that point. And then the power goes on the starter, which I can't really show you from up here. So I'll show you from underneath. Alright, I got that off, and you can see it's got another ground on there from somewhere. It's not from that cable though, so make sure that stays on there or you put it back on there. And also, I was wrong, that's a 15 millimeter, not a 13 millimeter. And now we're going to go underneath to get the rest of the power cable disconnected. Now underneath the car, all you need is a 13 millimeter socket on a ratchet to get the power wire off the starter, which is right up here, the big one. And that's it, other than popping these clips loose on the wiring harness, which you can use a flathead screwdriver for. There's two of them. That one, which is right underneath the coils basically, and then there's one underneath this AC line that it's going to be real hard to show you, so I'm just going to pop it loose without videoing it. And then there's also one over there, actually, right there, and that'll be it. And then I pull the wiring harness out, and she's out. So we're just gonna have to take this wire loom off and transfer it to the new cables. Make sure you take the temperature sensor off and transfer it to the new ground. You're gonna have to put that on before the wire loom because it won't fit over this end. So you're gonna have to put it over this end and just slide it all the way up, then put the wire loom on, and then you can put the cables back on. So for this battery temperature sensor, it's a little weird. This connector won't fit through with the cables in it. And that wire is only that long, so you gotta slide the bigger wire up like this. Just gotta slide it all the way up and get the bigger wire out first, and then the connector will come out. And everything's reconnected now. All I got left to do is put that bar back on, but everything's reconnected. Battery positives up there, up here, negatives connected, temperature sensors connected, and that trigger wire's connected. All the wire looms laid back in place, and we should have power now. Well, we already got power because it's dinging. Good to go.